It might take a while to get over the end of a relationship. Steps that will help you move on are figuring out what you want from a future relationship and realizing how important your last one was. Most people agree that you can't choose whom you fall in love with most of the time. But there are times when you might wish that wasn't true. Maybe you care about someone who doesn't care about you the same way. Kim Engel, a marriage and family therapist in San Diego, says that the longing that comes with one-sided love can hurt emotional health and cause a lot of pain. Or maybe you love someone who keeps showing that they don't care about what's best for you. You and your partner may love each other very much, but you may have too many differences to stay together. No matter what, love is always a complicated feeling. Even when it's clear that a relationship isn't good for you, it can be hard to stop caring about the other person. These suggestions can help you start to move on. Admit the truth of what's going on. Being hopeful isn't a bad thing. Being able to hold on to hope when things are hard or painful is usually seen as a sign of strength. But when it comes to relationships that aren't going well, it's better to focus on what's happening now than on what you think will happen in the future. The person you love might not share your feelings. Or maybe you feel crazy in love when you're alone together, but you fight about everything else when you're together. Realizing that your relationship isn't going anywhere won't make your feelings go away right away, but it is a big step in the right direction. Find out what you need in a relationship and what you can't live without. Taking a close look at what you want and don't want in a relationship can help you figure out why a potential partner might not be the best fit. Let's say you and your loved one are doing well. The closer you feel to each other, the more time you spend together. At some point, you realize that you're in love with them. But there is one big problem: you often don't hear from them for days or even a week or more. You send them Facebook messages and see that they are online, but they don't answer. If good communication is important to you in a relationship, the fact that they can't get back to you quickly is probably a sign that they're not a good match. If you can see how the person you love doesn't meet all of your needs, it might be easier to get over them. Accept what that love meant to you. Some loves may always make your heart itch, says Engel. Some relationships, especially ones that were important to our growth at turning points in our lives, shape who we are on the inside. When you let go of a love that was important to you, it can feel like you're also letting go of everything it used to be. But try to use the chance to talk about what was good about the relationship and what you may have learned from it. Accept how they feel. Make room in your heart for them. Denying your feelings or how important they are can keep you from moving forward. Honoring your experience and letting those strong feelings become part of your past can help you start to find peace and move on. Also, remembering how important your love used to be can help you see how it's no longer good for you. Consider the future. Love for an ex or someone who doesn't feel the same way about you can hold you back. If you keep thinking about someone you can't be with, you will probably find it hard to be happy with anyone else. Even if you don't feel ready for anything serious, casual dating can help you see that there are a lot of great people out there. When you're ready to date more seriously, finding the right person might still be hard. It usually takes a while. When things go wrong on a date, it can be tempting to think about the person you already love. But make a promise to look forward and not back, even if it's hard at first. If you don't feel right with anyone, you may still need time to work through your feelings. While doing this work, it's fine to have casual relationships. But act with honor in these situations, be clear and honest about what you want and what you can give now. Put your other relationships first. When getting over a breakup, people often forget about other important relationships. Your friends and family can help you as you try to get better. They might even share some useful advice or tips from their own lives. If you're trying to get over a bad relationship, your friends and family can also give you strength and advice. Just pay attention to how the people you talk to make you feel. If you think someone is judging you or your choices or making you feel bad in other ways, it might be best to spend less time with them. Take care of yourself. When you're head over heels in love, You might make small, or not so small, changes to your appearance or personality to match what you think they want in a partner. Think about the parts of yourself that you may have ignored, pushed away, or changed. You might have dressed fancier than you would have liked, started watching a sport you didn't care about, or stopped doing your favorite thing. Or maybe you didn't show how you felt and stopped asking for what you needed. Do those changes make you feel at ease? Thinking about the parts of yourself that you could have lost in the relationship could make you less attracted to someone who didn't love you for who you were. Allow yourself some space. This may seem an obvious step, but it's very important. The distance can be your best friend when you're ready to move on. Even a text, phone call, or Snapchat every once in a while can bring back feelings you thought you were over. You might not want to talk to the person unless you have to, like if you work together or share custody of children. If you and your friends used to hang out a lot, it might be best to spend time with other friends for now. You may want to keep your friendship going. If the relationship was healthy, that's not a bad goal. But think about waiting until your love isn't as strong. If you don't, you might hurt yourself for no reason. Know that it may take a while. Love can and does fade, but it doesn't happen quickly most of the time. In the meantime, it's very normal to feel a lot of pain. Here are some things you can do to make it through this time. Don't be too hard on yourself. Self-compassion can be practiced by telling yourself what you would say to a friend in the same situation. Accept that pain is normal. Just keep in mind that the hurt won't last forever. If you love someone who isn't right for you or who hurts you, that doesn't make you stupid or bad. It's easy to hope that someone will change when you see the best in them. It might take you a while to change your mind and realize that they probably won't change. Talk to a counselor. Heart matters can hit us where it hurts the most, Engel says. She says that therapy can be helpful when you struggle to live your life as you normally would, not know how you feel. Find yourself in a dark place, find it hard to recognize or accept your feelings. Therapy gives you a safe place to talk about your feelings and figure out how to deal with them healthily. A therapist can also teach you ways to deal with these feelings until they become less strong. It's always best to get help as soon as possible if think about killing yourself. Feel hopeless and have constant feelings of sadness or worry. If you want help right now, you can call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline if you are thinking about suicide or hurting yourself. The hotline is open 24/7 and will put you in touch with mental health services in your area. If you don't have health insurance, trained specialists can also help you find ways to get treatment in your state. In conclusion, people are unique and have many different feelings. No matter how much you want to stop loving someone, it's hard to just stop feeling that way. You might always remember how you felt in some way. We can't always get rid of love just because we don't want it anymore. But even if you can't stop loving someone who doesn't love you back or who has hurt you, you can deal with those feelings in healthy, positive ways so they don't keep hurting you.